And good morning and welcome back to round 2 of the GP Rejects Championship, and welcome to a foggy Albert Park in Melbourne. So, historically, when was the last time we saw foggy Albert Park? Not as far as I can recall, or at least from all the races that I've seen from there over the years. Anyway, we go and join the AGS of Gabriele Tarquini. Okay, now bear with me one moment because it looks like the timing screens haven't appeared yet, so just bear with me one whilst I go and fix that so we can see who is going to get eliminated from pre-qualifying. So, before I go fix the settings, as we see Perry McCarthy, the first black stick, come out onto the track. Right, now's a good time for me to try and go fix those settings whilst everyone is coming out on track. Okay, that is all fixed. So this is going to be quite a job, be able to see who's out on track. We now watch Vincenzo Spasperi. He failed to pre-qualify last time out in Phoenix, the first race of the season. What a first race of the season that was. Poor old Taki Inui though, set to win, but then suddenly backmarker shenanigans when he tried to pass David Brabham. And Taki didn't have the straight line speed. And now we go and join one man who is almost certain to be to DMPQ, just like in real life back in 1990. Poor old Bruno Giacomelli. And now we can't see the Stiggy coming out of the fog. Pedro Chavez runs wide. Chavez was lucky to pre-qualify last time around, I reckon, because that Coloni is such a dog of a car. And then he spent the whole race having a nice afternoon stroll through the park with Mikhail Bartel's Lotus. Right, so excuse me one moment because I think I may just wait. Let's just quickly check the screen because I'm trying to expand the size of the. Anyway, so far Gabriele Tarquini has gone fastest. Anyway, looks like everyone's still setting their first initial flying laps. Right, let's bear with me all. I just need to shrink the screen back down. Right, there we go. Yeah, I started messing about with the screen. Just so I can make it a bit easier for me to read the standings whilst I've got it minimised in OBS. But anyway, it's back to normal now. Or it should be in a moment. There we go. Is that Bruno Giacomelli passing another car? Bruno Giacomelli passing another car, the Eurobrun. I can't make out which Eurobrun it is because of the fog. Oh no, it's just been repassed again. Look how bad the... Is it me or is the fog getting worse? Yeah, look at the fog's getting worse. Giovanni Matti passes Sospiri. Sospiri getting in the way in the MasterCard Lola. And Matti did manage to pre-qualify last time. So, anyway, as I was going to explain earlier about how we're going to be doing pre-qualifying, we're just going to do the pre-qualifying review halfway through the season like they did back in real life. And then those who have performed the worst in the championship, that'll be an interesting way to try and work that out. But those who have been performing the worst will have to pre-qualify. So obviously I think right now that'll still be Giacomelli. I think there may be one or two others who may be able to escape the pre-qualifying bubble. Well, anyway, I'll work that out close to the time. I think this will probably be sometime after the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. This is going to be the 91, 1993 version of Silverstone from that Shin did. He's done very good work with some of his historical track packs, especially those he's worked on for the 1992 track pack, which he, Matti and Tarquini. Oh no, it's not Matti. It was Bartels Tarquini who was fighting his way past. Anyway, Perry McCarthy, after he got knocked out last time in Phoenix, he is currently P1. So let's hope he stays there and gets through this time around. So, who is in the drop zone right now as we're almost coming up to the halfway point of the session? Well, predictably, Bruno Giacomelli, Mikhail Bartels is in the drop zone. Both of the MasterCard Lolas of Sospiri and Riccardo Tossa are in the drop zone. Oh, by the way, Riccardo Tossa, what an absolute nightmare he caused yesterday during my stream at Monaco and AMS2. Anyway, let's get back to the GP rejects action. Let's get back in the zone. We can worry about Tossa's actions in AMS2 another time. But yeah, that was bloody madness. The final 10 laps, everything going nice and smoothly, with not so much chaos, but then suddenly, as soon as those last 10 laps came around, all hell broke loose and the eye suddenly decided, right, this isn't the Monaco Grand Prix, this is now Destruction Derby on the original PlayStation sayings. Yeah, I'm sure it was a PlayStation exclusive. Anyway, let's get back to the rejects action. Anyway, let's have a look at the gaps. So, how much does Sospiri have to improve to jump ahead? Oh yeah, actually, it looks like Chavez might just get through. $139 so for Chavez, 139.75 for Reed. That's not the biggest gap in the world. Anything can happen. Anyway, right now, as things currently stand, it looks like surprise, Olivier Grillard is going to pre-qualify. For whatever reason, the soundboard doesn't appear to be working today. I just worked out why. Sign into it. Right, that should now be working again. So, let's try that again, shall we? As things now stand, Grillard looks like he's going to pre-qualify. And so it looks like Stiggy's going to pre-qualify.
It's a win tacky Inoue.
Right, we're now coming to the final 4 minutes to go. Right now, we can almost be guaranteed. Anyway, oh, actually, no, actually, let's have a look at the close look at the times. Actually, yeah, Giacomelli is a long way back from here. He's a long way back from Bartels. For a moment, I thought that was a 1 minute 40 he was on. Though it's a 1 minute 49 or 8. So Giacomelli is almost certainly gonna fail to qualify. Bartels looks like he's also on the cusp of being knocked out. And it's both the MasterCard rollers as things stand, Michael Bartels and Bruno Giacomelli, who are all going to fail to pre-qualify. It looks like Pedro Chavez has pulled it out the bag again, just in the nick of time. And I think we can safely assume Perry McCarthy is going to make it through to qualifying properly this time around. Bartels comes darting out of the fog. So, quick service announcement on when the race will be. It'll be a bit later on today, no precise time at this time. Anyway, after we're done here, there's I'll be watching a football match on the tally after we're done here. And then I want to get the race introduction all sorted with the qualifying report. So that'll take a little bit of time. Yeah, look how bad that fog is. Question is, will it clear in time for qualifying properly? Maybe. Let's see. We are coming into the final 2 minutes of pre-qualifying. I don't think there's going to be any changes now. As things stand, right now, the MasterCard rulers of Vincenzo Sospiri and Riccardo Tossa, Michael Bartels, Lotus, and the life of Bruno Giacomelli are all going to fail to pre-qualifying as we ride on board with Giacomelli himself. It's not going to stop Bruno from keeping trying though. Unlike a certain Gary Brabham, who we should probably not speak about, because we all know Gary Brabham was a naughty man, to say the very least. He was a naughty boy, to put on the late Terry Jones's Brian's mother's voice from Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. Okay, the clock is ticking down. And we are almost done in this pre-qualifying session. It's time for that final mad dash to the lights. But as things stand, I don't think there are going to be many improvements. Certainly not from Giacomelli. "20 seconds to go." And most of the runners are all on track, particularly those who have already managed to successfully pre-qualify. But right now, Tarquini, Pedro Chavez, the MasterCard Lolas and Giacomelli are on track. Michael Bartels has given up and gone back to he's finished. Well, pre-qualifying is over. We're just waiting for the final few cars to come back around. Giacomelli may as well just come back in. He's certainly not going to be making any improvements in that Mark W12 car. And he crosses the line to finish the session, and he will be going home once again. Here comes Sospiri in the MasterCard Lola. He's already finished. It's just Riccardo Tossa who we're waiting for. Tarquini is back in the pits. He has successfully pre-qualified. We're just waiting for one more car to finish. As now we arrive with Riccardo Tossa. I think he's coming back into the pits. He knows it's all over. So, that's the MasterCard Lolas. The MasterCard Lolas, Mikhail Bartels and Bruno Giacomelli, who have all failed to qualify. And I'll be right back with the proper qualifying session. Don't go away, folks. Welcome back to a wet qualifying. So things are going to get crazy here with a wet qualifying session. So good morning to those of you who have just literally joined us. So the results from pre-qualifying. The cars eliminated from pre-qualifying are Bruno Giacomelli, no surprise there. Mikhail Bartel's Lotus, no surprise there. And there's Aguri Suzuki is struggling a bit there on track. Anyway, it looks like we've got some folks. Yeah, everyone seems to be coming out. What is going on? What is going on? Everyone's coming out on dry tyres. What are they doing? The only person who's come out on dry tyres. We've got crashes in the pit lane. We've got crashes coming out on the track. So, we've got fishtailing Rio. There's Yuji Ide in the background. Giovanni Lavaggi is the only person on wet tyres as he barges his way past. Yeah, he says just turning into a Dodgems race. Wow, what a way to start pre-qualifying. Everyone's on the run, but everyone is doing a Andrea Moda. Yeah, everyone's doing what Andrea Moda did with Perry McCarthy, sending it out on dry tyres in the wet. What about Perry? Yeah, is Perry McCarthy on the right tyres today? No, he isn't. Yeah, this is just, it's turned into a, it's mad. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Almost the whole field are on the wrong tyres except a couple. Actually, yeah, I think Perry McCarthy may be on the right tyres for a change. Poor old Aguri Suzuki. Yeah, he's just going to be fishtailing around the whole track as his teammate Bernd Schneider. So, as things currently stand, a very surprise, Olivier Griard coming out of the pits. So, where is Taki Inoue? Is he on the right tyres today?
It's a win for Taki Inoue!
Hopefully, without being too biased, hopefully we will see it today. Anyway, can Yuji Ide have a better weekend than what he had in Phoenix when he was voted reject of the race? Here comes Perry McCarthy, for once on the right tyres, so credit to the Andrea Moda team for putting him on the right set of tyres. Is I think that's Roberto Moreno going past just then, so he must be on the right tyres. Yeah, Oscar Larori is on the wrong tyres. Oh, Griard clips Schneider. Griard and his impatience to get going. Surprise, surprise. Now, for some reason, my command for Griard isn't working, and now we go on board a clearly struggling Aguri Suzuki. Anyway, yeah. There's Perry McCarthy on the right tyres. Eric van der Poel in the Lambo. He's on the correct tyres, at least. Pedro Chavez currently holds provisional pole position from Luca Bagua. David Brabham in the 94 Simtek. Paul Belmondo in the 94 Simtek. And then Nicola Larini in the Lambo. Yuji Ide, P6. Bertrand Gachot in the 94 Pacific. Johnny Carwash in the 95 Pacific. He's not as fast as you'd probably expect. Mind you, I've said that this is wet weather qualifying, so anything is going to happen, anything can happen, and anything will happen. Look at it, yeah, he really is lighting up those tyres. Oscar Larori is clearly struggling as well. Now, what about Gabriele Tarquini? So, the drivers who get set times: Volker Weidler, Pierre-Henri Raphael, Ogura Suzuki, Bell Schneider, Oscar Larori, Gregor Wojtek, and Gabriele Tarquini. Yeah, it seems to be all the 1989 cars. So I wonder if they've got a bad batch of tyres. By the looks of things, all the teams have chosen to bring their precise batch of tyres from their respective seasons. Olivier Gouillard comes in 5 minutes 12. Oh dear, oh dear. David Brabham takes provisional pole position. Giovanna Amati takes the provisional P2. Good driving from Amati. Doing a good job. And now we've got another roadblock down the road. Probably some more 1989 cars struggling to get round. If I were the 1989 cars, I'd be coming straight back into the pits and changing tyres. I really do hope for their sake they've got a more suitable tyre. And yeah, there's clearly problems being caused here by the 1989 cars. That's going to be adding a chunk of time on as Delatraz and Lavaggio try to navigate their ways past. We're on board with Luca Badoa in the 9640. The 9640s are both Badoa and Montanini, both started on the second row. Oh, yeah, they're now caught up in the roadblock. There's plenty of... There goes Scattarella. He has no problems getting past. Scattarella had a good race. He looks like he's going to be in for another good weekend as well, as he currently is third fastest. Delatraz, P4. Paul Belmondo hasn't set a time lap. He has set a time. He's just on another out lap. So it looks like he's already done one lap, come back in, and he's back out on track again. Suzuki still struggling his way around. So I reckon as things currently stand, they're all not going to... I bet they won't even set a time. It's going to be a 10-minute mark. That's worse. When that time Bruno Giacomelli set at Imola back in 1990, 8 minutes. Look at all the water coming off Paul Belmondo's camera. Harry McCarthy caught up in the incidents. I know he's going to try and bravely battle on. This is causing chaos. Anyway, for once it's not Yuji Ide causing chaos. He's been caught up in other people's chaos for once. Roberto Moreno goes into P2. So, how is Jean-Marc Gounon takes provisional pole position back. Pedro Diniz now goes up to second. This is really starting to chop and change. The times are going to keep tumbling. The order's going to keep tumbling. Oh, and Perry McCarthy has slammed into the back of David Brabham. Poor old Stiggy has been caught up in another driver's incident. It's a right argy-bargy today.
Was that a bit of argy-bargy there, Martin?
You're right there, Murray.
And Agura Suzuki and Paul, I presume the rest of the 9 minutes, 9 seconds. Oh dear, oh dear. Get back to the pits. Get back there now and change your tyres for your sakes. Anyway, Taki Inui though, he is struggling as well. He is down in 19th position. So that isn't looking, so it's not looking good for Taki Inui, who should have won in Phoenix had he not been caught up in the incident involving David Brabham and another back marker. Well, that was such a good race though, thoroughly entertaining. And hopefully we're in for another good race as well later today. Anyway, this is certainly one crazy qualifying we have so far. Mind you, given this is the Grand Prix Rejects Championship, you wouldn't expect anything less. Paul Belmondo, P13. Pedro Diniz, who very briefly went up into P2, is now down in 12th. So right now, it seems that those who are managing to get... I think right now, it's a lottery on whoever manages to get a clean lap in and doesn't get caught up in trying to pass other people, namely the 1989 runners who have all decided to go out on dud tyres and slithered the way around the track. So anyway, right now, Agura Suzuki is the only 1989 car runner who's set a time. That's almost as embarrassing as the live car. Bruno Giacomelli will probably be laughing his head off. Come on, Aguri, go back into the pits. Change your tyres. Anyway, a thought just occurred to me. I think all the other cars who came out, the other 1989 cars, and they all got caught up in incidents and tripping each other. So they must have taken far too much damage to take part in the session. So I think that's why there's no times being set by them. They've all taken too much damage after all their shenanigans. So they will take no further part in this race. And so as things currently stand, Gabri Tarquini will start last. Gregor Wojtek, Oscar Lerori, Berschneider, Pierre-Henri Raphael, Volker Weidler. They are not taking any further part and will start in that reverse order. Aguri Suzuki is still struggling on though. Come on, Aguri. I know you have a never say die mentality being Japanese. But for your sake, come into the pits and change your tyres before it's too late. So how are we doing for time? 17 minutes to go. And currently, Jean-Marc Gounon holds provisional pole position. Bertrand Gachot in the 1994 Pacific is in P2. And then behind is David Brabham in the other 94 Simtek. And the other 95 Simtek of Scaturella, 4th. Yuji Ide is looking like he's going to have a better race weekend in 5th. Roberto Moreno, the Andrea Molder, P6. Giovanna Amati, she's doing a good job, P7. And then Jean-Denis Delatraz and Giovanni Lavaggi lying astern in the 95 Pacifics. They'll probably be a little bit disappointed, especially given how they dominated pre-season testing and also were a force to be reckoned with in Phoenix and kind of looked their way into the win. So they probably won't be too happy with their performance so far. And then it's Luca Badoa in the 9640, Eric van der Poel in the Lambo, Pedro Diniz in the 9540, Paul Belmondo in the 94 Pacific, a long way off his teammate Gasho, and then Nicola Larini in the other Lambo, Perry McCarthy P15, and then 16th, surprise, Olivier Guillard. 17th, Pedro Chavez in the Coloni. I think he'll be quite happy being quite far up and taking advantage of the misfortunes or foolish choices, more like, for the 1989 car runners. And then Andrea Montemini, a long way off from his teammate as well. And also the dizzying heights that the 9640s found themselves in Phoenix when they locked out the second row of the grid and then just fell backwards. And then I think it was Mantamini who had that weird accident and we just saw his car flying through the air. No one ever got to the bottom of that. Suzuki causing some more chaos as Chavez, Gasho, Yuji Ide, and by the looks of it, yeah, it's Moreno. They're all struggling to get past. And one of the 95 Pacifics is now stuck behind him. But they do fail to it's Johnny Carwash, Giovanni Lavargi. You do realise, Giovanni, there is plenty of side up there. Now he's realised. And there's Delatraz now caught up behind Suzuki. Wow, what a mad session. But like I said, it's the Grand Prix Rejects Championship. What do you expect any less? "14 minutes to go." Or is it? Yes, 14 minutes to go. Now is Agiri Suzuki going to make it back round to the pits in time to change tyres? Do they have any more suitable tyres? Well, right now I'm not so sure. He's still freewheeling his way down towards the end of the second. Yeah, I think that's the second sector. Come on, Agiri, come back into the pits and change your tyres. Luca Badoa, we're riding on board with. Right now though, it's not looking like a win for Taki Inoue today, as he is still all the way down in 19th and he's in the pits.
It's a win for Taki Inoue.
And Paul Belmondo has just done a bit of barging. Belmondo just barged his way past Suzuki.
Was that a bit of argy-bargy there, Martin?
You're right there, Murray.
And I saw a car parked there on the exit of the corner. Couldn't make out who it was because of the spray. Maybe we'll get a better shot of it. Anyway, now we have the two 95 Pacifics running close to each other. We now join Luca Badoa. So right now, Jean-Marc Gounon still holds provisional pole position. All the Syntax are having a good session, looking like having another good race weekend. And then this time it's the 94 Pacific of Bertrand Gachot, who looks like he's carrying Keith Wiggins' hopes. Anyway, I have a sneaky suspicion that Taki Inoue has probably taken some damage. And he must have gotten caught up in somebody else's instance, as he's in the pits, and I don't think he has come out of the pits since then. So yeah, it's not looking good for Taki Inoue today. Same with Andrea Montemini as well. So he must have gotten caught up in some instance. And anyway, we've got a right queue of cars here right now, all stuck behind Pedro Chavez. We're coming in towards the final 10 minutes. So right now, got Jean-Marc Gounon. He has a gap of about 9/10 back to Gachot in second. And then a near 2 second gap back down to David Brabham, his teammate, in third. And then the 95 Simtech of Skelter in fourth. UJ Ide is now in 5th position as he looks to try and make amends for his crap weekend in Phoenix. And now we go and join the Pedro Chavez queue as Roberto Moreno is stuck behind him. I imagine Pedro Chavez will be quite happy just being in 17th, as I imagine he won't have been expecting to be this high up thanks to other people's misfortune. Perry McCarthy's still in the pits, so I wonder if he's taken some damage and won't be coming back out again. So let's go through the grid order as things currently stand as we're coming into the final 5 minutes. Provisional pole position, Jean-Marc Gounon. Beltran Gasho second, David Brabham third, Domenico Scattarella fourth, Yuji Ide fifth. Jean-Denis Delatras has worked his way up to 6th. Roberto Moreno now up to 7th. Giovanna Amati 8th. Giovanni Lavaggi, Johnny Carwash 9th. Luca Paluo 10th. Eric Van der Poel 11th. Pedro Diniz 12th. Paul Belmondo 13th. Nicola Larini 14th. Perry McCarthy the 6th, 15th, and I think he will remain there. Surprise, surprise, Olivier Griard 16th. Pedro Chavez 17th, and I think he will remain there. 18th, Andrea Montemini. Taki Nui 19th. Maguri Suzuki 20th. And I think he is in the pits now, and I think he must have taken far too much damage, so he will stay there. 21st, Volker Weidler. 22nd, Pierre-Henri Raffanel. 23rd, Bill Schneider. 24th, Oscar Laurauri. 25th, Gregor Wojtek. And then last, Gabriele Tarquini. And that is the grid as things currently stand. And probably will be some more twists and turns to come. Anyway, actually it looks like it's not 5 minutes to go, it's 7 minutes to go. Maths with Johnny the commentator, with Maths with Johnny Walker. Not the drink, but I'm channeling my inner Murray Walker. So, who is going to make a late improvement? Well, anyway, I think there's less problematic traffic for the drivers to worry about. Especially with Bernd Schneider, sorry, not Bernd Schneider. Especially with the Guri Suzuki now in the pits and the rest of the other 1989 runners in the pits as well. Now, if I was Jean-Marc Gounon, I would probably be thinking, what further improvements can he make on his final lap? Can he build a gap back to Gasho? Now Gasho, can he make a further improvement as well? He has got he's got 9/10 of a second to improve. Now that is quite a big gap though. And then David Brabham, Gounon's teammate, back in third. He's 4/10 behind Gasho, and I can imagine Nick Worth would love nothing more than a Simtech front row lockout. And Scattarella is only he's only 0.08 of a second behind David Brabham. Nick Worth will be licking his lips, hoping for the prospect of a Simtech 1, 2, 3 in any order. But right now, it looks like Pedro Chavez is still causing some trolley trains. Luca Badoa, who we're riding with, he is in clean air. And can he make any improvements? We are now into the final 5 minutes. We've got everything to play for. But are we going to see any improvements though? Now, Domenico Schiaparelli, he will be a man to watch in these final few minutes, as he's currently stuck behind Luca Badoer's 40. Pedro Chavez is causing havoc, as Roberto Moreno's still stuck behind him. If I was Roberto Moreno, I'd be trying to dive up the inside and get past Chavez, because Moreno could probably improve a few more, could probably make up some time and improve his starting place. He's currently 7th with his teammate down in 15th. McCarthy won't be improving his time though, unfortunately, as he will have taken too much damage like the rest of the 1989 runners, Andrea Montemini and Taki Inoue. Anything can happen though. Now Yuji Ide, he is still stuck in the Chavez train. Oh, look at all the spray being kicked up and on his onboard camera. And Schiaparelli is now stuck behind Badoer. So unfortunately for these final few minutes, I think we've got a few trains to contend with, unfortunately.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Right there, Catusso. And there's Giovanni Matti. I think this is the back of the Pedro Chavez train.
And all I can say to that is bullshit.
You're right there, James. Well, do you know what? After the frantic, manic session we've had so far, it looks like this qualifying session is going to end on a bit of an anticlimax. And especially with everybody stuck in traffic trains. Most of the grid is all stuck in the Pedro Chavez train right here. Domenico Schiaparelli, the only other driver I think who could improve, he is being held up by Luca Badoer. So yeah, it looks like this session is that's a massive train of cars there. If only I could see through the spray and count how many drivers are stuck in this particular train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars, 10, 11. So we've got 11 cars on, so that's 11 cars stuck in trains. And then everybody else, they're probably too slow to improve. We're coming in towards the start of the final minute. I also think Badoer appears to be coming round to join the rest of the train. Now, as things currently stand, as Schiaparelli starts his final, what will be his final lap, I don't think he's going to improve, as he sits behind Luca Badoer. And everybody else sits behind the Pedro Chavez train. And then the only other driver not currently stuck in a train, I'd imagine, is probably just one of the Lambos who we can see further up the road. Actually, I don't know which Lambo it is, but he is currently holding up Paul Belmondo. And so Belmondo won't be improving on 13th position. 10 seconds to go. And it looks like we're going to be finishing in a bit of a anticlimactic fashion, as Pedro Chavez holds up most of the field. And most of the field are going to be finishing their laps in any second now as they cross the line. So I think it's fair to say Jean-Marc Gounon has taken pole position for the Australian Grand Prix Rejects Championship. And he will start from ahead of Bertrand Gachot. And then the two other Simtex of David Brabham and Domenico Scatarella. And our protagonist, Taki Inui, is going to start in P19. Four other cars to come through, but no one else is going to be improving their times at this stage. So we'll just wait for the final few cars to come through to finish their laps. And then I will leave you and be back later on for the race. Almost time for a kickoff. Catch you later.